1 second. BRB. Okay, Mac. Right, so basically, let me just get something to drink quickly and then I'll come back and carry on. Where was I? It's probably going to be a shortish stream. I just wanted to do a little bit more work on this search index stuff. I'm going to get it working in the multi-dot search, for example. So yeah, I've kind of been trying a meat-only diet for the past 2 weeks or so. And yesterday I cheated and I ate a burger and chips, and just out of interest. And I've been when did I start? Saturday last. So yeah. And I felt crap. So yeah, I don't feel like cheating again, really. Chips and roll, fries or whatever you call it, and a bun. Dialect differences between such basic things. Right, depending on your jurisdiction, we call it a bun and fries or chips or whatever the hell. Okay, country.h, quickly want to rebuild TL term. So what I wanted to do is get this new search index stuff. Search index stuff quickly, quick changes. Multi-dot smart search. Oops. And so yeah, I've been working on this new search index code. Basically, yes, notepad sucks on you. Okay, that's really not grown-up things to worry about. Okay, starting the messages, and then maybe I want a quick look at seeing if I can put it in the F3 search. Oh yes, that's what I wanted to check. I remember now. I wanted to see if I had included these changes, some minor changes, UI changes in the latest builds. They must be in this build, but I don't know if they're in the change word www builds. Let's try like the latest actual build. That will be this one. This is the latest official build. I don't even use it anymore. That's kind of scary. So every now and then I wonder if it even still works. Just kidding. Of course it still works because that's the main one most users use. Must work. I would find out about it really quickly if this didn't work. But it is a bit disconcerting. Alright, it's not true that I didn't test it. Every time I build, I'd run post-build tests, automated post-build tests. But I don't use it on a day-to-day basis. I use either the beta version or the alpha version now. I'm more Oh yes, I did add this. Quick search, entry list, recent. Wastes a little bit of screen space, but it's better. I was in two minds about adding these little labels because they waste screen space, and if you know what those things are, then it's just a waste of space on the screen. But if you don't know what they are, then it'll help new users get into the software, I guess. So decided to add them, but I'll maybe add an option later, like maybe you want to call it training wheels almost. You'd have an option like user interface advanced. I'm an advanced user, boom, I don't need to see those labels. Anyway, right, so back to the search index stuff. Word index. Edit search indexes. So basically, yeah, we want something like this, but there in the multi-doc code in when the document gets loaded. Multi-doc manager. Because yeah, currently. So that just basically when you load. So when you load a document normally, then it'll spend a little bit of time. Tail log to insertion. Turn this up log with text stress. Let's just turn off the external search, which also reminds me, dev results search. Right, so this is a large client cluster using for testing. New word. Let's add this temp timing stuff. Okay. So it takes longer to load the document a little bit because 25 seconds, that's all. But I'll maybe background thread that or something later if I can, if it's easy enough. I mean, there's a few complications, like if you background thread it and then the user starts editing an entry. I don't know. But anyway, alright, so now it takes longer to load, but the searcher should be really fast. So, CD from, I don't know how fast it was, who knows. This code needs to be enabled for the timing of the searches. But, oh yes, the multi-doc manager, the multi-doc search, okay, add document. I don't know if it should be an add document or remove document. Where did I add it? I added some comments here. Multi-doc manager. Right, how are we going to do this now? Do search helper. Yeah, so you ever need to point to the search index if there is one. What does this do? Then search the engine system. Oh, search for current open argument if any. Then search the engine system and generate results. Okay. want something like this then. Actually, I can just extend this very same one, maybe. It's a bit weird, but MDM main.doc. There's an MDM main.doc search, okay, for is text defined. TC stopwatch auto. Okay. Search an MDM documents. TC stopwatch. We may want to look at microseconds times at a point, but you know what? I don't think we need to get down to that level. Okay. Oh shit. Redo, control R, redo, undo. That was meant to go, yeah, that's why I stopped it. Okay. No, to string. That's a bit lame, but into string. Into string. Okay, where's the part that generates the HTML? So this is now before, because I haven't actually added it yet. basically. Yeah, HTML, blah blah blah, search for blah blah blah. Alright. Just want to see like the before and after times, basically. In fact, since the MDM doesn't do a search, we can kind of actually compare them. Yeah, right. So, basically this thing here is like a word. It's a plugin. Not really a plugin is the wrong word, but you can think of it as a plugin. And as you work in Word, it does a search in your document or Excel for like the text you're standing on in Word or Excel. Alrighty. Okay, what is it doing? What is going on? Send search to 15. What is it doing? Huh? Is it busy? What's it doing? Right, I don't know if it's hanging or it's busy with something. I think I clicked there, but that shouldn't cause it to behave like that. Unless I did the drop down and it's resorting, but I think it won't normally be able to, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's... If I run in debug mode, I'll probably, if it keeps doing this, I'm going to have to run it in debug mode to see what's going on here. Let's see if we can, let's try again. The searches are done without an index, so maybe it's just doing a search. Sure not. The search should be maybe a second in this, even it shouldn't take more than a second or two without the search index, even on this very large database. Alright, I don't know what's happening right now. What is it doing? I may need to run this in debug mode and just break into it to just check in the call stack what it's doing. Because, yeah. I could close Word and see if that helps. Also. Oh, wait a minute. I've got some... You know what else it might be doing? But still, that shouldn't take that long. Should it? Right. this stuff, there's some debug stuff going on in there. Not debug stuff, but yeah, it could be doing this stuff, maybe. Because this, but this should be logging. It should be logging. We'll be able to see in the logs if that's what it's busy doing. It's not. Wait, the comma there. Yeah, it finished that very quickly. Is it going to finish what it's doing, or what? I have no idea. Let's turn off the indexing stuff and see if it comes right. I want to see if the problem is with the new index stuff. So if I turn off the new index, I want to see if that clears it up. And then this stuff I want to just comment out temporarily. This is, just make sure it's not that. I can't do that. Whatever it is, it's not doing it anymore. So damn. Let's run Word, and oh, Word is open. Test. So it takes a couple of seconds to search with the index off. Something has gone wrong. It's basically I'm gonna have to run it in debug mode and figure out what the hell it's doing. That, I mean, it takes a few seconds, but that's normal. Normal. It's done. But it's still eating CPU. Something's going crazy. There it goes. It is going mad. Something's very wrong. It's not the index. Let's I don't even know if it's the Word thing. I'm gonna have to run debug mode. Build cancel, build clean solution. It might just need a rebuild all. So sometimes the thing just needs a rebuild all. That does happen. That's because I think Microsoft have given up on fixing any bugs in Visual Studio. I don't think. I used to give them the benefit of the doubt. Like Visual Studio 2010 is 1,000 times faster than Visual Studio 2017. It's such a slow thing, and I thought, okay, in the updates they'll probably just fix this performance bugs. But now I think they just don't know what they're doing. And what made me think they don't know what they're doing is the way they've handled the Skype thing. Yeah, the whole Skype debacle is totally ridiculous. So now I don't really feel like giving them the benefit of the doubt. And also, I've been through how many updates, and it's not, they haven't really fixed the performance problems. It's not getting better. I mean, every year, I mean, you've got Moore's law making hardware faster, but they just make it slower. The software slower at an exponentially faster rate than Moore's law can keep up. I used to use Visual Studio 6 on like a Pentium 120. It was like 120 megahertz. And That was faster. I'm sure it felt faster than this thing feels on a i7 3800 gigahertz CPU. It's ridiculous. Quad core SSD hard disk, and it's fucking slow as hell. Anyway, I'm done moaning about things. I said I wasn't going to moan about the speed anymore. Okay, I'm rebuilding in debug mode. So that, I mean, this is going to take forever, I'm afraid. This database is huge, even just trying to open it in debug mode. I wonder if I just accidentally, maybe the changes I just made, I introduced literally right now infinite loop somewhere or something stupid. It's not impossible. Let me just check the most recent changes. I enabled that again, and that looks fine. Oh, this is what I was looking for. Okay. It's also quite straightforward. I mean, I copied and pasted this exact code. It's working. Can't be that code. It's also pretty straightforward, and that code doesn't even get called. Something else is wrong. Got that sinking feeling. Something else is wrong. It's good and bad. Let's see what this Temptani stuff. It's either yeah in this or. Okay, loading this document and it took forever. Debug mode. It's big. It's very big. Oh. Reading. 3D game engine for Blender. Roadmap news. Old games in Blender. Interesting. Is it roadmap? I'm waiting for this thing to load, so I might as well be looking at that. Oh, I meant to start it on watchmework.com. YouTube, signage, login. I forgot. Okay. Yeah. I don't quite understand how to interpret this roadmap. Oh, 0.5. Okay, it's not finished. I wonder. Funding. I managed to issue. That's a very modest goal, gosh. What can you do with that? Like you can buy. Geez, wow, that's a shame. Suspected fraud. So Patreon screwed them over with their tiny little goal. Shame. That is sad. Anyway, Patreon are assholes. That's not even a very big goal. I mean, that's nothing. That's like, what can you do with that? Nothing. That's like a couple of days of development or something for a serious programmer. I don't understand. Probably some. Anyway. Cylinder 2.8, Army 3D, Armory. That's actually interesting. It's got a little way to go. Bookmark this. Oh, you know what I must do? I must just follow the damn thing. What do you call it? Start. Start or watch it start. Okay. Voila, this thing is finally loaded. Okay, sure. I can't even, so long, I don't even remember what I was going to do. There was some sort of hanging problem. When what? When Word was open, because now it's not hanging. Looks fine, it's not hanging. Let's open multi-doc. and just do a manual search. That's not. What's going on now? Let's just see where this thing is. Debug break of call stack. This is without the search index. So I mean, it's not supposed to be fast, but it shouldn't be hanging either. Searchable languages for CGE matches, sensitivity, no filter, blah blah blah. So IP entries, 391,000. It's a lot of entries. Okay, it's just very busy. Still searching, but it's not hanging. Just gotta wait. What must I do? Okay, there we go. So that, yeah, that took a while. Wow, but it finished and it's not hanging. Okay, just back to normal. Alright, so what the hell is the hanging then? Is it specifically a word thing? But look, I mean that is so long. Maybe it's not hanging. Maybe it's just really still taking long to search. But that doesn't make sense. Okay, there weren't a lot of results there. Let's open the word tool, because that's where the problem was then. Okay, and we type CG, okay. And it should, in theory, take about the same amount of time to do the search, a minute or whatever it was. You can see the CPU there jumps up. That's one full core from just nothing. Debug break all. Let's see what it's doing. Yeah, it's about 2/3 of the way again. It's still just searching. It's fine, it's just searching. It just takes long. Why is it go hanging? I wonder if it's got something to do with sec3. And then it will not even gonna, then maybe it won't do this in debug mode. That's fine, that is exactly the correct expected result. There's no problem. Oh dear. That. So what's wrong then? Okay, so let's test a few other theories. Let's close the word tool and go back to release mode. So much for debug mode. That just told us absolutely nothing. Well, it told us that it didn't tell us nothing. It told us that the problem doesn't happen in debug mode, which is information. The It's just not extremely helpful information. Right, so let's load this again. Back to release mode, so everything should be faster. Damn, man, now I'm getting sidetracked because this isn't even what I wanted to be doing. Okay, so that CGE search completed relatively quickly, even in debug mode, which is impressive, and that's without a search index. So, okay, there's no hanging problem, maybe no hanging, blah 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 blah, click click click. Now, as soon as I turn on the word search, no hanging, it's working fine, no problem. So everything's working fine. So that hanging problem, what the hell was it? That's worrying. I can't duplicate it now. I wonder, could it be a rebuild all issue, like I said? It could be, it could very well be, because this Microsoft, yeah, I mean, sometimes you need to rebuild all. That's just, or it's an issue. Let's try, I had two things here, CGE and test, and I was clicking between the two, and that's when the problem happened. Maybe it's when I search for test. Let me just do a regular search for test in the same database on F3. So, so in this instance, we turn off the word search, and we just do a regular F3 search for CGE and with test. I don't know what's going on there. The next thing I'm going to try is a rebuild all, but that looks like the hanging problem again. Okay, CGE should just be a couple of results. 5 entries, test. 5,500 with test. Let's do hold only and search. 2,500. That's a lot of results. I know what's happening. It's got the results, but it's trying to update this word thing with 2,500 results. Look, it's just trying to spit out all 2,500 results. That's what's happening. That is just, yeah, that takes a long time for the browser then to generate this ridiculous number of results. Alright, so we have a new issue then. Oops, what did I just close? To add to our dev list. Dev. If there are a lot of results in word pop-up, the standard is just 15,000 results. Then it tries to generate system HTML page with all of them. It takes ages and behaves as if it's hanging until it's generated. So what should happen? Gosh. Short-term solution. Truncate with some reasonable mass. Very short-term solution as in fx. Medium-term proper solution. Paginate results. That is not as straightforward as it seems, because we don't remember the results. The results are stored local scope to the function at the moment. So to paginate the results requires a little bit of refactoring. It's not going to happen right now. I can do a quick fix just to, I mean, this is so many results. Do you really want, I don't know if you want to see them all. But it should be an option. It should be button, click, see all results. So it should maybe show, not all of them by default, obviously. Maybe 100 or 200. So there's several things going on here. There's multiple problems happening here. Okay. So let's say, I mean, these problems can compound. So you're talking about a non-index search. So you've got a slow search to begin with, a lot of results. Now I've added the index, obviously. But now even with the index, it speeds up the search. But you're getting 2,500 results. So, yeah. I don't actually know how slow that search was. Let's, this, I must add. So if you're the user, you don't even know, I mean, it becomes difficult to separate these issues. You just know it's getting, you're having speed problems or, yeah. Okay. Right, so it's a large database, 360,000 entries. This is the biggest, that's not the biggest, I don't know. The biggest is IAT. I should actually test with the IAT, that would be crazy. Anyway, but for now, so yeah, I want to do a couple of things. I want to keep the search index off so that I can test the speed of the search before and after within that. But I also want to, get the value, search word text. So I want to add the text in the timing thing. I want to remember the results for the actual search term in the word in this timing struct. That I do not want to do. Okay, alright. And then what I'm going to do already is results.size. No, a results, a matches size. Is I'm going to truncate the results. Okay. Or not, because that's no use to me to even set ungenerated thing ever. Okay, makes it show, makes it show. This is our quick fix, as I said. Okay, let me grab the solution. Animation structure. Matches.size. I like programming. I wish I program more. If max, if matches that, then wait, smallest of matches of size and you map to show. Okay. And that's just nothing for now. So the problem was not I had to do a rebuild all. Sorry Microsoft, you were still right there. The problem is that, yeah, it's just a lot of results and I was just naively generating a huge results page, which slows down the browser component. Okay, so now I should be able to do a relatively fast search for the word test now, because it'll be in the order of several seconds, which is still too slow. But I want to compare it before and after, with and without the search index. I should in fact just do that, like oh wait, yeah, let's pop open that, and yeah, now it should be. See how much faster that is. Look at the difference. Why? Because it's only showing the first 200. Quicker. What a difference. What a difference. So it's just, it stops at 200. That is so quick that I can actually make it 300 even. Although this is a fast machine. And yeah, I don't know, but it could be a setting. Could be a user setting number. Should be a user setting. But anyway, what I really want to see, the more interesting thing, is come on, here we go. That's what I want to see. So this is 1600 milliseconds for the plain and simple search for the word search. So it's about 1.6 seconds on this machine for a simple search. Okay. And now I want to see how much the index speeds that up. So I need to get a quick fix in quick for that 2,500 results thing, because the word test is common, and all you need to do is stand on the word test in a Word document or a spreadsheet, and boom, the whole software is going to lock up, because it's, yeah, that's just silly. Okay. Alright, so now we're going to do everything we just did, but with the search index enabled. But I first want to just turn off the word search, tools, word integration off, and then enable the search index again. Use better search index on. Oh, I did. Okay. Alright, so now enabling the search index. It's going to take 25 seconds to generate the search index. I want to see if there's a way to speed this up. It's a bit too slow. 25 seconds odd to generate the search index. It's a huge document, but there might be ways to speed it up. I don't know. The other thing I can try to do to speed up the search index generating is to simply cache the search index, like have a local cache. Generate it once slower at like 20 seconds, and then maybe the next time you can save it to local disk and then load it in 10 seconds or something. But that also adds complexity, and if that file gets corrupted, it also creates the risk of crashing. So I don't know if that's worthwhile. The other thing I can just do is throw in a thread. But that's also a bit complex, because if you start editing an entry, but that same entry is busy being added to the search index by an alternative thread, bad things are also going to happen. So you can't edit the document really. You could be able to click it, but not edit it while something's busy generating the search index. Or yeah. But that has to happen anyway. That readers, writers, lock stuff needs to be done properly everywhere in the software. So everything, nothing wrong with that. That's fine. Okay. So what I was saying was, oh yes, we want to. What do we want to do? Just pop this open and we should get a very quick result. Everything should work beautifully now. So now it should use the search index. Nice. The actual the main delay we're seeing there now is actually the fact that this dialog only polls at 200 milliseconds at 5 Hertz. So literally, it's quite fast. So what I thought was hanging was just, yeah, don't show 2,500 results at once in an embedded web page. Even browser like C does not handle that nice and quick. So we truncate the number of results if there's a huge number of results. And now what I want to see is, look, that 1600 milliseconds is now 16 milliseconds for the same search. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Okay, lovely, touchdown, nice. Alright, so I need to add the quick fix to the builds. Right, so I don't know what to call this database. If there are a lot of results, e.g. 2,000 entries, say, which happens, which does happen. Generating and displaying this huge results page, is very slow. It appears to the user updating. Step 1, I need quick fix. Initial quick fix. So step 1 is I'm going to just truncate the displayed results for now. In the longest medium term, today. Longer medium term, within days, weeks, within the weeks. We should maybe pagination of results. Might even be interesting also to search within results. That gives me an idea. Might also be interesting to add things like table matches, filter matches, etc. Now I'm going to add that as another div to do, because alright, quick fix. Look, I know that pathetic purists are going to be like, oh, that's bad, that's bad. That's because you're a moron who has never had to make real software for real people. If you're thinking that, it does not make you clever because you have some idea that we're doing this quick fix instead of doing a proper solution. You know, you're not somehow super intelligent or better or superior because you can see that and maybe would do it correctly. Because the reality is that this client is literally working on this database on a day-to-day basis, and like literally they need fixes for these issues that are immediate. Like, and I mean, it's 20 to 12 at night. I'm not going to sit and do multi-page pagination thing that's going to take 4 to 8 hours, or that's just not going to happen today. So I'd rather give them a quick fix and put out a build, and then on the weekend I can look at, and in the meantime they've got something that at least will give them smooth performance. That is called dealing with reality, real world situations, making your clients happy, the users of your software. You don't really care about the, this one's something that works. Either it's fucking hanging all the time or it's not. And, they're not like all purists. Oh, but you didn't do the proper, that's just retarded. I give the best possible solution for my clients that can be implemented with the time resources available. Alright, that's why they really like our software. That's why we have... Okay, quick fixing purpose. Alright, so... Now the second thing I want to do that I can do really quickly is possibly start adding the search index stuff to the MDM dialog. And that's something I also want to try to do here. Because I can possibly do it in 20 minutes, and if I'm going to do a new build anyway for tomorrow morning for them, and if they're using the multi-doc search, then I just want to fire off a quick email to them as well. Yes, I've got a blank screen. Let me just throw this on a side screen. They might want all the results, I guess. Like, I don't know. Wait, that's a good question. But I think that 200 is too small. Right? The the MX size. We also should have the quick fix here. Quick fix here. But that is too low. It's it was quick to generate even 200. I think it's 400. Let's make that 400. Sorry, come on. Just oh, there is a member. Look, so it is already. That's good news because that'll make it a little bit easier to do the results pagination. This one is not. So I'm gonna cap the results for now at 400. Try to get is that? That's a good question. What is a reasonable amount? 500? I don't know. It's difficult to tell. So because different browser components, different end user hardware. If you've got a slow laptop, but the 500 is definitely going to be better than 2,500. Okay. Let's see how that feels at 500. Now, alright, so now we want to select that same file. No, not. What? No, it my downloads folder, I think. So file downloads. I'm sending a quick email there. Right, so that test should get about 1600 milliseconds. Again, 1300. Voila. So now we want to try speed this up. Okay. And again, that same issue. But that seemed quick. Or didn't it? There's 2,500 results and it didn't take that long. But you know what? These results, I think maybe. What? CPE. Enter. Maybe it's just. Look how quick that is. Why is that quick? But this takes forever. Like it's hanging. Just to generate 2,500 results. Maybe the specific results that are slow. Or it's because it's just different. Like it's got all these. Which these don't have. Or a combination of the above. It could be the specific results that are problematic. Like maybe the exact 600th entry, for example. No, but then this would be slow. I don't know, it needs a bit more testing to figure out exactly what's happening here. With the speed wise. Still, it's definitely, there's a problem with trying to show 2,500 in this dialog. Okay, yet this handles it, and that doesn't even, it's not fast, but it's not like hanging for minutes like it did earlier. It's fast, for 2,500 results, that's fast. And that's including the 1600, the 1.5 seconds to do the actual search. Now let's try the search index. Let's see what happens if we make this 1,000 in each case. Alright. The problem is we can't even time it. Like normally I would add a timer. to something like this and say if it's taking longer than 2 seconds to generate, because then it becomes, I like that way of doing things, because then the user with a fast computer gets more results, but the user with a slow computer gets fewer results, but they don't get a ridiculous delay like they but I can't do that in this case because most of the delay is sitting in the browser component and not in the anyway. Alright, so what I want to do here is add a index. Do search helper and name test. So here we want to test if there's an index. If such an index is turned on. Then I guess also doing that. What? Get them. Oh wait, this is a bit weird. Ooh. What's weird is what is going on here now. Vietnam sections, but there's a search index per section, whereas this stupid thing just passes in one index. That's a bug. Actually, then to the existing one, it won't use the search index correctly for a multi-section document, right? Because it's just using one past in search index. So why not just make one big search index for the whole document? I don't know. Grand. So, like in this function, search helper, it takes a line that we must search in. But yeah, that search index is a different one for each line. So this is wrong, it can't pass the search index. Do search helper. This is all a bit weird. I need to think about that again. a bit more. So here, here it calls do search helper. Oh, I see. So this is already inside a loop through the sections, and it just calls. This is all very confusing. Okay, do search helper. This is a little bit spaghetti now. Honestly, let's be honest. All right, do search helper calls. Do search term or etc. All right, do search term. Look how weird that is. Iterates through sections. Each calls do term entry search. Do term entry search calls. Okay, that is the actual search. Calls yeah, that is the search. That is the search. Alright. But dlg word.cbp dlg word.cbp iterates through sections for each calls do search helper. That's what's weird. Look at that. That doesn't make any sense. This iterates through sections. Calls do search helper. Do search helper goes do search tltm. Do search tltm iterates through sections. And for each calls do term entry search. What the? No wonder this code is such a mess. It's not a mess. It's fine, but there's something not right there. Does that mean it's if you have we don't actually have users with multi-term section documents, but I recently added support for it. That implies that if you have 2 sections, it's going to call the search 4 times, right? Or something. And it's not going to do it correctly, because the thing that gets the search index does it here. For each get search index correctly, will search helper, passes that search index, but iterates these sections using incorrect search index section 0, because it uses first one. No, yeah, it'll use it. Yeah, you can fix it half the time or whatever. Because it'll pass section 0's search index and use that for section 1 and section 2. And pass section 1 search index, use that for sections 1 and 2. 2, I mean, depends if you count 0 from 0 or from 1. So the whole thing looks a bit fishy. Yeah, let me just make a note of this as well, because that is a dev issue. Not correct. Sure, this is I need to think about this to solve this. It's not that complicated, but does this need to iterate through the sections? Does it? Or should it just call search helper? So the MDM search, let's just check what the MDM search does. So, okay, do search helper MDM search iterates MDM sections. This should not go in here, okay. There's stuff. This helps MEM test trace area TLT plus research TLT. So that is the equivalent of that. Interestingly, for T-Lex documents, it iterates sections. So it could possibly do this. Right. And this thing is called by first calls main doc and first calls right. And I'm a bit tired. I can't choose enough for the day. Let's go check what's happening.